The Mansion of Whispers. Evening was falling when Miriam arrived at the gates of an old, deserted mansion, her camera bag on one shoulder and a small flashlight in her trembling hand. They called it the Mansion of Whispers, the house from where people did return, but never quite the same again. Cold mist rolled through the air, and a creaking gate sounded like someone was quietly breathing from inside. Miriam switched on her camera and whispered just a few shots for the documentary. The moment she stepped inside, the air grew heavier, thicker. Faded portraits lined the walls, their silent faces almost alive, eyes following her every move. In one room, she found an old porcelain doll beside a dusty diary. When she opened it, a faint woman's voice echoed in the stillness, "She will return." Miriam's heartbeat quickened. She glanced at the mirror. For a split second, she saw someone standing right behind her. But when she turned around, no one was there. As she climbed the wooden staircase, she heard the faint laughter of a child, and the portraits on the walls began to subtly change their expressions. At the end of the corridor stood a locked door. She pushed it. It creaked open into a forgotten nursery. A cradle rocked on its own, and a music box played a soft lullaby by itself. Then a whisper floated through the air, "Miriam." Hearing her name froze her in place. In the mirror, she saw a little girl sitting in the cradle, her younger self. Suddenly, a rush of flashes filled her mind. A woman rocking the cradle, a door slamming shut, a child screaming, "This house is ours." Miriam realized with horror that this mansion wasn't just haunted by strangers, it was tied to her own forgotten past. Panicking, she ran downstairs, but the hallway stretched longer and longer, the doors closing behind her one by one. Footsteps echoed, not hers, but someone else's following close. In the drawing room, she stopped short. The same doll now sat on top of her camera tripod, staring directly at her. A dusty gramophone began to spin, repeating an eerie chant, "Take her back, take her back." Then a dim light formed in the air, taking the shape of a woman, whispering, "Miriam, you've come home." The entire Haveli trembled, lightning flashed across the windows, and for a moment the ghostly figure was right beside her, cool breath brushing her neck. Miriam grabbed the diary, and when she read the words written inside, her heart sank. This house belongs to the one who writes its story. She tore a page out and set it on fire with her lighter. As the paper burned, the house screamed, every wall groaning, and then, all at once, silence. At dawn, Miriam stepped out of the Haveli, exhausted, her face covered in dust, but her eyes strangely calm. When she turned back, she saw a little girl's smiling face in the upper window, and then it vanished. Miriam gave a faint smile and whispered, "From now on, I'll listen to stories, but never let them come alive again." The fog swallowed the mansion once more, silent and still. But somewhere in the cold breeze, half-burned pages from the diary drifted into the sky, as if the story wasn't quite finished.